All right.
We are live.
We are live. We are live. We are
Live, live, live,
live.
live,
It's
live.
7 minutes past the hour. We do have a very impatient audience. Have we been stood up?
We are. Yeah, we're becoming the Ash and Luca group.
No, surprisingly, she's been better than me for the past couple of days. Surprisingly. I will have to give her live.
Yep.
I'm going to have to give Luca
Exactly.
props. Okay, we're here. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the RGT Podcast, episode 77, and the Gamer Couch Podcast, episode 115. How you guys doing? Welcome. Let's go ahead and have a good show. Go ahead and hit that like button, share it around, and let's get into the intros. So I'm gonna start off with go ahead, Messiah. Go ahead, you're up.
Hey, thanks for having me. We're here to talk about these topics, and hopefully everybody's had a good, safe weekend. And yeah, let's get it going.
All right, Lobo.
What up, guys? It's Savage Lobo here. RGT episode 77, Gamer Couch episode 114. Let's get on with this topic.
115.
115.
115.
15? Oh my.
Miss one number. And Fox, go ahead.
I'm losing numbers.
Well, the whole idea of us doing the super show, like this amalgamation, this combination, this
Union.
amiable experience, is because I had the worst PC on the planet. Now I don't. So next week, the Gamer Couch podcast returns to its regular Sunday slot, which is today, the same slot. But only, Ryan, I guess you'll be doing it on Friday, will you? Or
Yeah. RG
Okay,
will be
so-
back on Friday.
so I'm gonna get OBS all set up on this new PC I've got, and it shouldn't be the same problem I had with that terrible laptop.
Yeah,
Even though I'm still
right there.
using the laptop, I'm still attached to the laptop though. I don't know why, because once you remove all of the programs that obviously use up all the resources, it runs fast again.
I mean,
It's
you can
'cause
still use it. I mean, you know,
I removed
watch
OBS
videos.
from the laptop. I removed OBS, and now it's gone back to its regular self. Like I just took it out of the box back in 2012. Yes, I've had it since 2012.
So,
Still can use it as a digital media device. So,
Well, I'm using it now to do this, to take part in this podcast. So the laptop's good for when you want to be in bed and do podcasts. Otherwise, I'd have to sit over at my computer desk.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to
So,
have to do
yeah.
for Gamer Couch. So, that's just getting a
Well,
good comfy
I
chair.
bought this remote. I bought this really cool miniature keyboard. Yeah, it's called It's RII. It's like really cool. You can control your PC like a remote control. Like it's got its own mouse pad. It's a tiny little thing. It's got its keypad. So I sometimes I log on from bed. I don't even need to get up and use the keyboard. I just got this little thing here, man. It's cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. So, you're
Yeah,
already
you just
set.
plug the USB into the PC, and it becomes a miniature keyboard. It's like, I tell you what it looks like. It's it's smaller than a controller. It's like, reminds me of a calculator with a touchpad, and it's got this red sort of scrolling thing. You can scroll up and down like a scrolling ball. It's really cool. It's good if you want to use your PC for like multimedia stuff, and you want to treat it like a console. You don't have to keep getting up and going over to the keyboard or the mouse. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent. So yeah, next Sunday, Gamer Couch, obviously, is going to be its own thing. Obviously, Ryan's still involved in that, and I'm still going to be involved in RGT on Fridays. So it's all good. And yeah, I love this PC, this new PC I have. I love it, love it, love it.
that's beautiful. It's red. It's like the reality stone. that
Oh,
Thanos
dude,
had.
this PC I'm seeing things on screen that I never dreamed of seeing. Like I've played, what's that Kingdom game?
Kingdom Deliverance.
Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance, right? I played that on the Xbox One X. I played it on the Xbox One S. And yeah, on the X it's okay. It's 30 frames. On the S it's terrible. But on the PC, ultra settings, everything turned up. Everything. Volumetrics, everything turned up. Yeah, at 1440p. I haven't even tried 4K, but because it's a very demanding game. Literally, some of the most powerful PCs cannot handle this game because
No.
it's the way they optimize. It's the way they optimized it. It's like it's no Gears 5. It hasn't been super optimized. So, but I've got everything turned up. And you know that problem I had the other day, Ryan?
Yeah.
Where certain games were crashing.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
What was the
Nice.
problem?
AMD had a driver update Like
I told you to update your driver.
no. I did. It was updated. You saw me update it, but they came out with another one after we spoke.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
19.2. It's called Adrenaline.
Once I
Yeah.
downloaded that, all of the games that were crashing are suddenly loading perfectly. No crashes whatsoever.
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Nice.
So I'm a very happy man right now. I think it was money well spent. It might be personally like a selfish thing because I've bought meaningful stuff for people, but in terms of myself, this might be the most meaningful product I've.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Let me make sure everybody's here. 1 second.
Just need it.
What's up, Spartan? You want? I mean, if you want to jump in here, you can jump in here. I have no problem.
Yeah.
If you want to jump
Go
in
ahead,
here,
Spartan.
Who else? She said I tagged you in a tweet. Okay, I'll check that out in a second. All right.
Let me just say this as well.
Yeah.
I haven't had many videos up on my channel.
Yeah,
for
you had
like
to
6
reinstall your
days now
programs.
because I had to move. Like getting a new PC is like moving house because you have to transfer all your shit. You got to make sure everything's running on this new PC. You got to do all these tweaks. I'm not even a PC guy, so imagine it must have took me 10 times as long as someone who knows their way around the PC. But literally, it's taken me a week just to get everything like assimilated into this bitch. Because when I do my videos, I'm gonna do them all properly now. I've got a new mic. I've invested, so the next video that comes out on my channel, you're gonna see a distinct, stark quality in audio. You're gonna see a lot of differences, like in terms of production values as well, because I'm using this PC for everything now. Anyway, I'll shut up about the PC. I know there's a lot of AMD haters out there.
Oh, they're just mad.
Nah. There's no AMD haters.
Still love PlayStation though. Still want PS5. Can't wait for my PlayStation, baby.
Oh gosh.
1 second.
Alrighty.
In fact, this PC made me want PS5 even more because now I feel like I'm already in the next gen with this system. This PC makes me feel like I've jumped, like I've leaped a year. Like instead of waiting a year for Scarlet, I've got Scarlet right now.
Yeah. Let me shout out a few people. What's up, Persona? What's going on? What's in here? Burner Blast. What's going on, bro? How you doing? Good to see you. It's been a while. Hey, how you doing? So I guess we'll go ahead and start this. So Fox already told you, Gamer Couch Podcast will be back on Sunday on his channel. RGT will be returning to its original format on Friday, so you already know we're back officially there. I'll have a special guest that I'll be having on the channel for you guys on Saturday. Mr. Damian Prosolendis is going to come by the channel. So
who's that? He said his name like he's famous. So
Damian Prosolendis is okay. I'll tell you guys off air, but I think some of you kind of remember who that guy was who had some strong words when it came to gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be. I'll have an interview with him here on the channel on Sunday. So definitely tune into that. It's gonna be, or not Sunday, but Saturday. So definitely tune in there. It's gonna be fun to talk to him about a few things regarding things. So it's gonna be fun. All right. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the show. I know we kept you waiting long enough, so excuse me. Carlos Fernandez. Hopefully he'll join us today. I don't know what's going on. He's probably working a little extra late. You know how that is. So he'll definitely hit me up if he can make it or not. So just wait for him. He'll jump in here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into a few things that's happened over the past couple of days. Number one, y'all want to get right. Who played the Call of Duty beta by any chance? Anybody in the chat? Who played the Call of Duty beta? The open one.
Well, I'm currently playing it again, and I'm getting shot at.
Okay. You say your podcast mashup was great while it lasted. Oh, dude, we're still doing podcasts. You know, we're still gonna be on each other's shows. It just
it's not gonna feel any different, right?
Yeah, it's not gonna be any different.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be doing our shows.
You know, you're getting 2 days back instead of the one. That's all. You're still getting everybody.
You get everybody.
Group. We all know each other, so the same people like come on rotation. Like Craig's on my podcast. Craig's everywhere.
He's everywhere. He's everywhere. This is like a legit. When I tell you, Sean, this is a brotherhood. Like this group right here, it's a brotherhood. I'm not even kidding. Everybody's too cool and chill.
I don't always agree with what Craig says, and I'm sure he doesn't always agree with what I say. But I know he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm. So you already know what that is. We all here. But let's Call of Duty. Who played it? Anybody played it in the chat?
No.
No, nobody played the beta.
No.
Okay, so
I know everybody's buying.
I know Lobo.
Fucking A.
Well, I mean, isn't everybody buying it? So,
No, we can reconsider this.
I got you, Spartan. 1 second. Let me add a roll.
I could.
There you go. You can jump in, Spartan.
I'm still questioning on what if they actually changed the game or not. Because right now I just killed someone who was camping in the corner.
Oh, cool. Well, I mean, as long as you put on a headset and call in the B2, I guess it'll be a good game.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Sound. I will give the game credit. Sound is amazing in the game.
Yep.
Footsteps are definitely loud, but
what about the graphics, man?
Graphics looks good. I mean, it's Call of Duty.
The remaster.
I mean, it's Call of Duty. It looks good. It looks better than the remaster.
Is
obviously.
it a new engine? Is it like have they moved away from that engine?
This is where the debate with me and Lobo were having before we even started the show. I was talking to him about this. I'm like, okay, because he played it. He played both versions. I played the 2v2 beta with him, and he played the official one that released today or yesterday, a couple days ago. So the engine is definitely something that is questionable when it comes to this whole game. It does feel new at certain particular things. For example, the way it starts out, right? Like all that stuff. The new the way you hold the gun and how you slide through. It all feels momentum based. It really does feel good in that particular regard. But when it comes to certain other aspects, such as hit detection, such as the damn how do I explain it? Hit detection, the damn what you see versus what the opponent sees. Yeah. Nothing really has changed. Like I'm talking, I've been shot in the back numerous times. The spawn system, it has not been improved at all.
Oh yeah.
Spawn system has not been improved. They literally spawn you in the face of your enemy, which is ridiculous still to this day.
Exactly.
Nothing's been fixed there. Guns are still OP in certain categories.
This game out? When's it out?
What's it come out November? Is it next November?
No, next month.
Okay, next month. Okay, next month.
Okay, so it's gonna go gold like a month before it comes out. So
this is the final game. This is not a beta. I don't know why people fall for this.
They got like a month. They got like a month to tidy up.
They ain't gonna tighten this up. This is the final game, bro. they ain't tighten this up.
It's a final game.
It's a final game.
They're gonna have to print discs. Okay, so it's gonna go gold. Plus you got your day one patches.
Yeah. Gaming or the map design. Clearly, map design is designed strictly for camping. I remember me and Lobo called this out when we were playing the 2v2 mode. Remember that when they spawn you far from each other, like in a straight line. It's literally the same thing, even when you get into the actual multiplayer. I will give some positives though. They did bring back my favorite game mode, which is headquarters, so that's cool. I'm glad that's back.
Okay.
But I won't be playing the game. I won't be buying it. So.
I'm getting it, and I'm just gonna play the campaigns, and that'll be it.
You get on PC or console?
Huh?
You get on PC or console?
Well, probably console because people want to see me stream it. So
yeah, I'm gonna be playing it again on PC once the PC version comes out, and if it's the same thing as the console version, oh man, it's gonna be a fuck fest. Next month. If it's the same mechanic that I'm seeing on right now on console, consider this, to be honest, half off, like just a $30 half off.
I mean, it's not like they can blame the consoles, right? Because this is a new engine. This is their engine, so they can't blame the consoles for this. So
I can't even. If it's the same thing on PCs, then something's wrong with it.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong here. But it's just my honest opinion. Obviously, I don't want to throw no shade at the game. If you like Call of Duty, you'll like this one. I'll definitely keep that 100 with you. If you like the previous ones, you'll probably like this one. If you're really invested in Call of Duty, then you'll definitely be invested into this one. So this is my opinion from what I've played. And keep in mind, I haven't been playing Call of Duty for the longest. The last Call of Duty game that I legit was invested into was COD Ghost. And after that, I moved on.
Tired of it though. I mean, how long's COD been going on?
The thing about COD, it can be the thing about COD, it can be legit. Like this is like the one franchise that has been proven that you can literally milk this game and people will still buy it regardless. What
but
is?
it stagnates creativity, because if one company's golden goose is COD every year or every 2 years,
Yeah.
right, or FIFA, like all their other games suffer, and no
Yes.
new IP gets developed because they're just looking at the money and saying, well, this is a sure thing. Like, it stagnates creativity. Like, that's why I feel like all of these annual and every biannual games that keep coming out, that they keep leaning on for revenue because they know it sells on the name. Don't you notice that all the other games that release around it are piss poor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just, I don't know, man. The standards.
Because
Back
in the day, before you had this trend of, oh, let's milk a franchise, because it wasn't always like that. You had to wait years for sequels back in the day, right? But back in the day, there was enough time between a game's release and its sequel that they could really innovate. Like, really, like, build a new engine, like build new physics, really innovate instead of just rehashing. Because at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
I look at these annual games, and to me, they look like cut and paste jobs. Like, they haven't really
Did much, yeah.
done anything. There's no innovation. Like, that's why they've been leaning on the same engine so long, because it's literally copy, cut, paste. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all they're doing.
That's
Yeah.
true. That is true. All right. Well, that's just our thoughts on the Call of Duty. I know y'all like, okay, enough Call of Duty. Let's get into the actual game and talk.
Yeah.
The Last of Us Part 2. We got an event coming on September 24th, ladies and gentlemen. This is the official event. They're going to be showing off more gameplay for The Last of Us Part 2, giving more details of the game. So obviously a lot of us are already guessing it's going to be the release date. This is the thing that
That's
we've been
all I
waiting
want.
for
I
the
don't want to
longest.
see more gameplay.
Yeah.
They just need to. They can tweet it for all I care. Just
Yeah,
tweet the release
gameplay
date.
is, we've seen enough. I mean, you guys are looking at this on screen, so this is what we got last time. I think this is more than enough for a lot of you to make your mind
I
up
don't
on
want
what
to see
you want to
anymore. I
play.
don't want to see anymore.
But
Just tweet it.
the release date. Now, what I was thinking about the gameplay, right, before we got into the event, I was thinking, maybe this is the gameplay that was shown to the GameStop employees. You guys remember Naughty Dog was was it Naughty Dog that invited the GameStop employees or something like that to an event, and they were able to watch it exclusively, some gameplay?
Well, I think GameStop. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I think GameStop has a open invitation type deal, and
okay.
some Sony studios, when Nintendo, I believe, was there, and Microsoft skipped it. It was a big deal because they said Microsoft skipped it, blah blah blah. So if it's the same event, good. My question is this open to the public, or is this a closed media event?
No, it's
well,
media.
they're going to be posting online.
It's media. The public's only going to see it streamed. This is for the press.
So this is for the press. Okay, so it's not a public people walking in.
No.
Okay, no, they've I agree. Hopefully we get a release date or some indication of one. With that said, it's been a long time coming. I know a lot of people are waiting for this. I'm looking forward more to Death Stranding, but than Last of Us 2. That's my opinion. With that said, I'm excited for it. I hope that people get their release date and we get more of those chicks kissing, because I like seeing stuff like that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's crazy. The world's rarest video game, Extraterrestrials, Atari 2600, long lost.
Yeah, I had that. It was terrible.
Well, do you still have it?
About The Last of Us on console? Tell you what's good about it. Because of the pacing, and it's not the most instant reaction type of game. 30 frames per second doesn't hurt it. I mean, I know we'd love it in 60, but with the type of gameplay you get with The Last of Us, 30 frames per second, it's not that painful. Because I've always been thinking, like, since I've been playing on this PC, I've been worried about how will I feel going back to games that are 30 frames per second. But The Last of Us Part 2, it's like a slower pace type game.
It's always been slower paced, yeah.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt it too much.
Yeah, that's the gameplay style, what they went for. Do you still have that game by any chance, Craig?
What's that?
Lost Lost.
E.T.?
Yeah, the extraterrestrials.
No, E.T. is considered the game that destroyed the Atari.
Wow.
They buried a bunch of those cartridges.
They won $90,000 for it on eBay.
They buried those in the desert. You know the Nevada desert.
Yeah, somewhere in the desert they're buried.
They buried about 50,000.
You can get $90,000 for it if you got it.
Yeah, they guy made that game in 27 days.
Damn.
Because they called him and said, we got ET, the Atari people said, but can you make the game in 30 days? He said, yeah, he said, if the money's right, I can do it. And that game is straight up. I mean, you want to see a dog shit game. That was the epitome of it. You know?
And they're cruel. They're cruel. Look how many people owned Ataris. They couldn't just give the game away for free. They had to go and throw it away. So no one gets it.
Yeah, it was terrible. Yeah.
All places, the desert though. I never thought I would ever see that. I know I seen the video. I could not believe that. Like of all places,
like
just to get rid of
it. And McDonald's throws all their food away in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about ET though. It's another game though. It's not ET.
Yeah, they had towards the end of it. Once ColecoVision came out, that was kind of Atari started going downhill. But that's going way back. But as far as the last of it, yeah, I certainly hope people get the release date or the.
You know what? Here's a fun fact. Here's a fun fact. I feel like I've come full circle in life because I didn't start off as a console gamer. When I was a kid, we were playing on computers, mini computers that you plugged into your TV. They were called Commodore 64s. They were Spectrums. They were Amstrad. Acorn Electrons. They were computers before PC. This is before PC was even a thing. People plugged their computer into their TV and played cassette tapes. Games were on cassette tapes or floppy disks, right? And it's weird. Like, I never thought I'd play games on computer again.
Yeah. I was trying to get to that too, beyond it. I was trying to get to that. But yeah, that's not the game that I was talking about, the ET game. It's a different game. Correct.
What is it? A cartridge game you're talking about?
Yeah, I think it's a cartridge game on the 2600.
Well, if it's on Atari,
if you're talking about a game that got buried and it was a cartridge game,
no, it wasn't buried. It wasn't buried. Wasn't buried.
What happened to it then? What's the point?
Oh no, the thing about it, no, dudes are showing this off. It's funny as hell. They won $90,000 for this on eBay. So everybody was showing it off on Twitter. If you
people will pay that, someone will pay it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Someone will pay it, man.
Oh, look who's here, guys.
Oh, Carlos jumped in. What's up?
Yo. Sorry for the delay. You know how New York City is when it comes to traffic.
Yeah.
I'm here. Yeah, I had to work on Sunday. Yeah, I had to work today.
I thought you was home at this point though, but nah, you had to work.
Nah, yeah, man. It sucks.
That's all good. Go ahead, do your
Carlos.
Go ahead, do the intro, brother. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, man, once again, man, it's your boy Typor87, aka Carlos Fernandez, gamer by choice, not by trend. And yeah, man, we're back in the building, man.
All right. What do we go over? So we're talking about The Last of Us Part 2 event. It's set for September 24th. What do you think we're going to get? You think we're going to get the release date, whatnot? What's your thoughts, brother?
Oh, we have to. What's the point of doing this? If we watch this and there's no release date, that's the worst PR I've ever seen.
Yeah, and more than likely, I'll see a window by early 2020, probably like around March, April, springtime.
So I say early. I say right after the baseball game.
I'm saying June.
Yeah, I say whenever they release the baseball game. I can't remember.
I'm saying June.
Or on October next year.
Okay.
Yeah, or October.
No, that's too close to the PS5's launch. They're not doing that.
Yeah, that'd be a good one though. But I say either August, late summer, or right after the MLB.
Sony likes to release. It could even be February because look what they did with Horizon Zero Dawn.
That is true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is
end of February, early March. So if it's not late Feb, early March, I say June.
I mean, judging from the track record, Sony's been very unpredictable with these release dates. So,
and their games still sell. It don't matter what month they choose anymore. Yeah. Back in the day, if you chose the wrong month, your game tanked, but not anymore.
I mean, the anticipation in regards to Last of Us 2 is actually the driving force behind it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to Sony and Naughty Dog to actually, dictate how they want to go upon the situation. But if they do like a early spring launch, it actually coincides with a little bit of the theme with The Last of Us.
Well, I hope they fix the fan on the next PlayStation. I'll tell you why. Because my PS4 Pro, I didn't realize how loud it was. I heard people complaining, but I had nothing to compare it to. Right? So here's the thing. My PC is more quieter than the PS4 Pro.
Of course, man.
And that shouldn't be though, because the PC should be blowing like more than a PS4 Pro.
Nah, we've evolved quite a bit with PCs.
Yeah, but you expect it to, right?
You would expect it to, but we've gone way past that. Trust me.
Man, I had them both on together, right? I left them both on for half an hour, so it can go idle and make even more, and then press pause, because when you pause on the PS4 Pro, that's when the fan really sings.
Yeah.
For some reason, you only have to pause it. The game's not even running.
Well, you're using a pre-built fan, or you're using a PC that's pre-built with, with pre-built PCs, they use parts they get cheap. So, with the fans you got,
here's the thing. I was worried about that before I ordered the PC, that they're going to use cheap parts, but they've used parts. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos since I got this PC, and it seems the parts I've got, like Vengeance, I've got Corsair in there. They're not cheap parts.
No, I'm saying stuff like, what I mean by cheap, not cheap in terms of quality. I'm talking stuff that they actually get at like a discount because they work with them. That's what I mean by that. Yeah. But the fans,
right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care how much they pay. I don't care how much they pay, as long as it's not a cheap imitation.
The fans that's installed in yours, you got to keep in mind too that you can upgrade your fans anytime to legit.
Yeah, I want I want LED fans in mine. We're getting on the PC.
I mean, you can get LED.
My fan's LED. It's red LED.
Yeah.
My PC looks like a devil. It's black and red, lit up red behind the tempered glass. It's literally like a devil PC. When I turn the lights off and I'm playing games, right, especially a horror game, like it's like that PC gives this horror atmosphere, like gothic. My PC is like gothic.
Yeah, we all start off with that Sif red.
I didn't think I'd like it. But it gives this evil, that's like this Thanos kind of evil red devil power.
I mean, you got the finger snap, so you could destroy shit at any time, man.
I wouldn't add a fan though to my PC, because, to be honest, the graphics card, the way AMD constructed that graphics card, like, if you want to do some serious overclocking, should you add like another fan or go for aftermarket? The way it's all been put together as it is, I'm happy with it, man. I don't need fans. I'm happy with the performance. Maybe in a year or two, I might think about overclocking it.
All right.
Oh shit, it's funny as hell.
If you had NVIDIA in your PC, you wouldn't have to do that.
Trash, and he would be crying because of the money.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I could have had a TX 2070 Super if I wanted to. It wasn't about money, but I looked at all of these comparisons, and for extra 6-7 frames, like, I'm thinking, why am I paying another 500 for?
And that's the value of AMD.
Yeah,
that extra 5 or 6 frames.
Y'all put too much.
I'd rather turn. No, think about it. I'd rather turn shadows to medium if I have to than pay extra 500 just to get 6 more frames.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you can just turn down, like water physics. You can make those.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Ultra.
Bro, everything's on ultra. I haven't had to turn nothing down yet. Ask Ryan. We did. Ryan did a benchmark with me, right? I let him see my screen. Ask Ryan. I was running Gears 5 at 4K, everything ultra. Ryan, what was the result of the frames per second?
I think it said 60. Pretty sure that's what it was.
63.
63, yeah. It's like 63.
63 was there was 2. There was one that was 60 and the other one was 63. One's that average, the other one's like,
Your
max, that's 4K. Your max limit. That's 4K, not dynamic. That's native 4K, everything ultra. And I paid 500 less than I would have for NVIDIA. I'm quite happy with my purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And Gears is demanding. Graphically, that game's a knockout game for graphics. If you see everything on ultra, you'll be shocked.
Yeah, it surprised me. Yeah, it did. But too bad, when I came out of that hotel to fight, it was like, so it was crashing. So, that game.
I didn't know. You know what? I used to laugh at PC gamers when they said, you can't play on Ultra though, can you? It's just a PS4. I didn't know what Ultra was when I was laughing at them. Now I do know. I can't laugh no more.
Yeah, it's a difference. Not a ton of difference between Ultra and High, but
it's a big difference, bro. Yeah. I turned lighting effects from the, because when you load a game into my PC, it automatically does what it thinks the hardware can do. But that's the recommendation. But I changed that because there's so much headroom. Even the lighting was on like high. I turned it to ultra, and the lighting looked 10 times better. Like it gave this like real diffused global illumination that wasn't there on the high setting. And it didn't even trouble my PC. I didn't even lose a frame by turning it on. So I don't know why.
No, that just means the game is optimized to run.
Yeah, that's the thing I try to tell them too, Greg. It's optimized.
It's optimized. I'm talking about Kingdom. I'm talking about Kingdom Come Deliverance. That is not a very well optimized game.
Well, with your updates that you get better optimization. It may have hit a point of crest of where it's going to be. I haven't played Gears since my crash. Now, my crash was before I downloaded the AMD update, the Adrenaline, like 19.2 or something like that. So I'm going to give it another whirl later tonight. But by God, if it's the same result, I'm going off. I mean, that's nuts to release a game that just. I heard somebody say it crashed 20 times on them. 20 times.
Look, you paid £500 for the system just for the graphics card. No. Who would buy a PC who would spend a lot of money on a PC just for the graphics card? I don't know. I don't know anyone that would do that. I wouldn't do that. I bought the PC.
I mean, you better off buying them piece by piece if you're going to do some shit like that.
Nah, look, my laptop, I've never owned a desktop PC before. I've always bought laptops, And my laptop, I bought it in 2012. I think I'm overdue, like an upgrade by now. I waited, it's 2012. Come on now. I only found, and I wouldn't have upgraded if it weren't for Ryan. No, actually, if it weren't for Google Hangouts and Ryan, I would not have upgraded.
Oh man! Now, question is, right, Brian? If you're so kind to show a little screenshot from the actual Discord chats where I did some screenshots of my in-game.
For the 1 second, let me. I was sitting looking like a dumbass on the screen, like, well, why the hell do I have my monitor showing? It's like, oh, because I hit 1. I forgot I hit 1 like a dumbass because it's my hotkeys, but hold on.
Oh man!
One second.
And you guys are gonna be a little bit surprised at the details of the screenshots, but
nothing surprises me anymore. I mean, it's I've seen things that the ability to do things on PC, whether you can turn down the clouds in the sky, the volumetric, the volume of the clouds, and the water physics and the foliage, and that is crazy. That is fun to do, but ultimately your PC sets it up for you, and then you can just go in and turn things up and down. That's pretty much what I do.
He's there, right? Yeah, he's right.
So it just sets it up for you. But again, by default, the consoles are at medium settings. All for these AAA games, they're all at medium settings. So if you just go to high settings,
you want me to show the benchmark? That's what you want me to show? You want me to show your settings?
Nah, just show the
resolution.
Yeah, you can show a little bit of in-game screenshots and then the actual resolution that I'm utilizing.
Now, there's the resolution. He's rocking that 1440. Now,
you have a 1440p monitor, right, Carlos?
Yeah.
I need to get one of those, man. I need to get one.
Everybody's up at 1440p. I mean, damn, am I the only one?
1 millisecond response time, 1440p, 144 hertz. I'm gonna order one of those tomorrow.
There you go. That's his performance, by the way, guys. That's what he's rocking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, you just like I said to people, I was back channeling somebody that was kind of going in on PC, and I said, look, you can set the PC up to benchmark. I mean, the game clearly says it pulls down your option screen and it says benchmark. I told him, I said, look, here's the benchmark screen. It will set the game up for you. May take 10 to 15 seconds. Then you go into your option screen. Then you start changing things. So
you know the funny thing?
Yeah,
you know the funniest thing? I bought one game for the PC. All of it has been Game Pass.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you do Game Pass Ultimate, yeah, you could play like I was gonna say you could play Forza Horizon 7. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I can play that game at 100 frames a second.
Forza Horizon 7.
Yep.
Yeah, it's part of Game Pass Ultimate because I think with Ultimate you
wait. Forza Horizon 7.
No, Forza Motorsports.
Okay.
But they have 4 on there too. They got the latest one on there too. So, and you can play that game balls to the wall. It's 4K 30 on the world's most powerful console. I can hit that thing at 4K, like over 68 to 75 frames a second.
You know what's funny? I predicted this day. I just waited calmly until it finally happened. Everybody was like, oh, there's no way Foxy would ever embrace PC gaming. Look at him now.
It's not as difficult.
Wait. One thing, though, I want to make clear. I'm not part of the Master Race.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm part of the human race, and that's where it ends.
So I'm not part of it. Yes, you are.
Well, how many of you are
Here's the thing. I noticed though. I noticed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I noticed that. Even if you got a good 4K TV, it's not good for PC.
No, it's not.
When it blurs.
Yep.
You lose detail. You lose a lot of detail, man. You need to really buy a proper monitor. I didn't realize that with PC.
Yeah.
It blurs.
Why do you think they have 144 Hz monitors for?
And to tell you the truth,
but you don't even need 144. Even a 60 hertz with 1 millisecond response time will get rid of that blurring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And not only that,
that's FreeSync. It's got to have FreeSync as well. FreeSync, AMD FreeSync.
Not only that, you got the
AMD.
you got the limitations with the TVs because it'll advertise 240 hertz, but in reality it'll give you 90 hertz. And
it's still a good TV, but it's just the PC's a different beast, the console.
Mm-hmm.
You lose a lot of that detail in the graphics on a regular like. You need like a 1 millisecond like response time TV, probably 60 hertz minimal. Yeah, that depends though, innit? If you're playing at 60 frames per second, you don't need like 120, 144 hertz. Actually, for those monster PCs that you really should get 144 hertz because some people can't even get 144 frames per second.
Well, let me ask this. This is a game. This is a console podcast. How many of y'all looking for the Neo 2, the beta?
Oh, I actually had that as my second topic, the beta.
Yeah.
I played the first inception of the beta testing, and I liked it. I'm patiently waiting for the game to be released. That is going to be a day one for me because it's a litty ass game.
November 1st, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be open.
Make sure you emphasize it's only on PlayStation 4.
For now, it's gonna be on PC.
Oh God!
What? We talking about Death Stranding?
No.
Neo
2.
Oh, Neo.
Well, the beta. If you're talking about the beta may only be on PlayStation. But I thought the game would be out on PlayStation.
What's with Death Stranding hate? Why is everyone hating on Death Stranding suddenly?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that this morning. There is an utter amount of butter biscuits going around.
So basically, to summarize what's going on, right now, everybody's either upset over the whole Gears thing. People expressing their opinions about Gears 5, so they're taking out on Death Stranding for that particular reason. The reason why they're hating on Death Stranding is because the new gameplay we saw, they showed him walking around with the luggage or the baggage or whatnot.
Yeah, but did we see that before? Though?
Well, we did see that before. Yeah, we did see that, but they were talking about that. But some people say they didn't like the gameplay. I think it's about Gears.
I think it's less to do with Death Stranding. It's more about, well, if they're shitting on ours, we're gonna shit on theirs.
No, it's not.
Yeah, they were legit breaking it down piece by piece. Like I noticed that part where he strangled the dude with the wire, and the animation was kind of blurred out.
So
and
I'm
then
seeing people praising Gears. Don't get me wrong, Gears is amazing. So I got nothing bad to say about Gears 5. But I've seen people praising up Gears 5 in one sentence, and in the next saying, I don't think I'm looking for Death Stranding anymore.
Okay, well, that was for people that were never going to get it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, because you got a lot of clowns.
And they're apologizing for it. They're saying, sorry, but I don't like Death Stranding no more. Why are you sorry?
Oh,
Who gives
don't
a fuck
like
what you
Well,
like?
I don't know how you can like it. The game's not out yet. I mean, my whole thing is that it's a brand new IP and that people have been screaming for new IP. Now, here comes one that people want to take a piss on it. Literally. So I just don't why they're comparing it to that. Look, I played
Bandwagon. A lot of it's bandwagon, you know.
Well, possibly, but if they're afraid,
it's a new.
But hold on, let me say this: those fanboys are afraid that if the game comes out and it gets and White Zaddy gives it a high score, it's going to possibly get.
That's really where the fear is. I do agree with that. I do agree with that, Greg. That's where the fear is at. Yeah.
Yeah, then it's going to get Game of the Year.
You know what's going to happen? You know what?
That is the fear, though. Dudes are talking about, it might win Game of the Year at the Game Awards show.
If it wins Game of the Year, even if it is an amazing game and deserves Game of the Year, even if it's amazing and it deserves all the 90+ scores it might get, people are going to say that the journalists are pandering to Kojima.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like a lot of people are automatically looking at the Game Awards with Jeff Keighley. They're like, okay, obviously it's going to win Game of the Year because of Jeff Keighley is actually in the game. So,
and then how do we know that? How do we know that?
I know exactly. I don't. This is the thought process. This is the thought process of people. They'll go, automatically it's gonna win because Jeff Keighley's in the game. Kojima and him are friends. But I'm like, how many times does Hideo Kojima legit ignore Jeff Keighley when he said he was gonna be at events?
Most of his life.
Exactly. So I need to chill. Just accept it for what it is.
What people fail to understand, right? Kojima thinks outside the box. He's never been a traditional developer. He's always looking for different methods in order to iterate his narrative with games and create new genres within the gaming industry. This is a first for any game, even for the likes of CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk. This is a whole different type of genre of gaming that people are going to actually need to really understand that it's not just a game for everybody. It's gonna be something that's different, and those who like that indifference from the norm will actually enjoy this game. And those are the type of people that are attracted to Kojima games, the ones that are outside the box.
Yeah, Kojima is always known for being Kojima. He's not known for being anybody else.
It occurs to me that the way people feel about a game largely depends on what system it's for.
Yeah.
Well, Fox, again, you got a group of people.
They love games based on the brand that they worship. So,
I care less for brands, bro.
If a game's exclusive, like to Xbox, right, then you'll get the Xbox fans praising it, but then people who are not into Xbox will shit on it. And the same thing with PlayStation games. If a great game releases on PlayStation, all the PlayStation fans will hype it up, and all the people who don't have PlayStation will say, "Shit, another story game, another one and done." This is what we have to do within the community. Well, we don't have to do with it, but this is what's taking place in the community. How people feel about games largely depends on which of the corporations that they're fucking cheerleading for.
Well, yeah, they're taking a system and Metacritic, there's just an aggregate, and they're trying to use it as justification. So I just said, look, there's a group of them that cares what Zaddy says.
The sad part about it is a lot of people they fail to realize they're the ones who gave Metacritic they're giving Metacritic all this power.
Yeah,
they don't have to necessarily go by Metacritic. There are tons of games. Yeah. One of my favorite games this generation, which you always hear me talk about, The Order 1886. What did it score on Metacritic?
Bad.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. It didn't matter. It scored like a 60 something, right? But it was like,
but then they can't. You got to understand. Like I said before, you got people that need their fucking to continue, and they use Metacritic as part of it. So they have to have something to talk about. Like I said, they go to the store. They don't get anything but butter biscuits, and that's what they're on at this point. So I'm just like, well, y'all can be on that. But it's like what happened today with Borderlands 3. They were concerned with Zaddy giving it a score, and Zaddy said that game looks better on PlayStation Pro. Now you got crickets out there, and and again, I'm not saying
PlayStation. Wait.
Yeah, they said it looks better on PlayStation Pro. So
what's that? Borderlands 3. Borderlands
3 looks better on Pro than it does Xbox.
It's got more graphics. It's got more foliage, more everything.
But now they're running behind the trash can and behind Zaddy saying that, okay, well, look, this has better performance. All right, look, you all did not wet your pants for performance with the X. It was about resolution. So this is a loss. You need to take the loss and move on, because this is not coming from me. This is White Zaddy. And White Zaddy's telling you all this. So
I mean, you got a lot of people that just love to banter on irrelevance with certain things, man. Like if it's not something that's substantiating to their advantage of their favorite plastic,
beneficial.
They'll get all up in their panties and like, oh, but my panties are more tighter than yours. Like, bro.
Hey, look,
bro, come on.
Shout out Players United. You must think that I've got power because they're saying, Boxing Games UK, tell your representatives to pass those laws against in-game surprise mechanics, loot boxes, and gambling. Like they listen to me, a poor Negro from the ghetto.
No, and you know what's the sad part about all this microtransaction bullshit? For example, look at Gears, right? Gears is a freaking game that is $1 on Game Pass, right? Supposedly,
really?
For the subscription fee.
It cost me $2. So I mean,
I still haven't forked up an addition. You know what's funny? I got it for free as a fucking birthday gift from Microsoft.
If you bought an AMD anything, I think this month you got Game Pass for free.
So you know, like if you buy they literally just hooked me up. They was like, "Hey Ryan, congratulations on your birthday. Here's some extra points. Did you know that you can use these points to get Xbox Live Game Pass Ultimate?" I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm. Now look at the crazy things, right? That a lot of people are trying to buy rate and not really pay attention to. But on my Twitter timeline, right? This is like a couple of days back, maybe like a week ago or so, and apparently the skins that are utilized within the Gears market, they're actually priced at $25 a pop.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. So I can change their colors, because I that's what I want to do. Like in Halo Reach, you can change the color of the Spartan that you use. I want to change the color of the outfit that this chick's got on. If my game doesn't crash, I'm afraid I'm gonna turn that game on and this is gonna be like.
But it's gonna cost you $25 to change that little paint scheme.
I can't do it.
and that's where this whole a lot of people are
that should be illegal.
A lot of people are being misled with this whole advertisement of Game Pass, and they're not really looking to the actual guidelines within, the the user's agreement contract.
Well, again, I can't do it. I'm trying to save up for the 5700 XT, and right now I am $329 shy. So I just keep saving. So that $25, that's going to go to that.
Wait, say that again. You're saving up for 5700 XT, and how much are you shy of?
$329. So
you must have just started saving yesterday.
Well, I did in a way, and I got to get something called my AdSense money. That'll bring me a little bit closer.
Wait, isn't it 400? How much is it?
$350.
$350. Yep.
And how much shy are you?
If you would have,
you're shy by $329.
Yeah, but I'll be a little less shy. I'll be a little less shy in a couple of weeks because I get something called AdSense money. So I'm excited about that.
I'm not gonna lie. You know what? Save yourself some money and get the 5700s.
No,
I want the XT.
Don't bother with the XT. Don't bother with the XT, man.
All right. Well, how much is the 5700?
It's 50 cheaper, but here's the thing: what you get from the XT isn't that. It's not that much more remarkable, to be honest.
Really?
No, it's not.
Bro.
All right. Well, I mean, whatever's on whatever the
even
the
Digital
Amazon
Foundry
sale.
Even Digital Foundry said when it comes to overclocking, you can get the 5700 on the same level as the XT just from overclocking it. And
it
overclocks better than the XT does. That's what they said.
So it is. Let me see how much it costs here. AMD 57.
You get it for about $329.
It's $350. It is $350. I guess the other one is $400 then. All right, so I'll get the XT. Yeah, the XT is $400.
Hold on, Spartan is saying something.
If Digital Foundry said that, why did they showed you that live in the video? Like they do everything else.
Yep.
Say that again. I can't hear it.
If Digital Foundry said all of that, why they never showed you live in the video that there's no difference?
They did. They showed the XT and the 5700.
No, the overclocking. They never showed that.
Oh, because when they got, you know why? Because something to do with AMD's drivers, they couldn't overclock it for some reason at the time. When they done the video, the software wasn't out. Something wasn't ready for them to do.
But you can actually go to Paul. I mean, Spartan guy. You can go to Paul's hardware. He's got it, and he's got it versus the 2060 and 27S. So I mean, you can just look at it from there, or the Spy Hood. He's got them. So again, he's just got
Timmy Joe too. Timmy Joe did a review of the 5700.
Yeah, he does it. And with AMD stuff, when you marry it together, it overclocks by itself. It automatically will just do it.
Auto overclocking.
Yeah, you don't have to go in.
Stop it though. You can stop it though. You can manually stop it if you want it.
Yeah, I don't want to stop.
You can overclock the memory.
Yeah.
You can, instead of the graphics card, you can say, "Oh no, don't do that. Just overclock the memory."
I still would have went with a video, man.
Well, again, that's fine, but he's right. I'm going to pay. So I'll get the 5700, and I have determined that I am. I'll be about $200 away.
I went with AMD because I don't care about the whole Team Red versus Team Green bullshit. I just want my PC to play games at over 60 frames per second.
Now, going back to the previous discussion that we had in regards to the microtransactions.
Yes, please.
From my standpoint, right, I've played Warframe on the PS4 and on PC, and all of the items that are placed within the confines of its transactions, right, are either earnable through in-game missions, or you can purchase them. So you have the options to actually grind for the item, go to set missions, and do set gameplay in order to attain the items. Now, in Gears with these skins, you don't have that option. The only option that you have is just you have to buy it for $25.
What? Just to change the color?
Just to change the skin on a freaking gun.
Do you know what? Things like that should be illegal. It's not even morally right. It's that the person who made that policy is they have no moral compass. That's just the most insane thing I've heard. $25 just to change from red to blue.
It's a big letdown, bro. It is a big letdown.
Craig, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You said you shot $329.
My God.
You would have never bought another Xbox One X. That was useless.
Well, I mean, again, I bought the Xbox because I'm going to be doing game reviews. Other people have emailed me saying to try to do some more game reviews. It kind of changed the channel up. I can't, and whether I like it or not, there are people that went out and bought an Xbox X. So I can, that way I'll just be able to, like the Star Wars game, I'm getting that on Xbox. So I will be, because they're going to have more. Why? Because they're going to have more stuff come with it. They have the marketing deal. They're going to have more stuff come with it. And I'm a Star Wars fan, so I'm getting it for that. Well, that's not my fault. I'm still going to give a review of it. I'm not going to stream it because you can't stream. I have no idea how to stream from Xbox to PC. I'm sure it's easy. I just don't know how to do it yet. So,
Elgato?
That's like Elgato's a cat. Elgato means the cat.
Nah, the capture card. The capture card.
Oh, no. I'm not going to get that when I'm saving up for a graphics card. So, but that's fine.
Wait, can't you just stream gameplay on the PC from OBS, though, using OBS?
Yeah, from PC, but I'll be on Xbox when I play that game. So I'll have to be on something called Mixer.
Why are you playing it on Why are you playing the lesser version?
The lesser version?
Because that will, it's a lesser version, isn't it? Because the PC.
No, but it will have it'll have more stuff.
I hear how Foxy is talking. He said, what version? Say it one more time.
It is the lesser version.
Craig is gonna get. Craig wants an XT card, right? 5700.
No, I'm just gonna get the regular 5700.
All right, even if you get the 57, like it's still gonna kick the Xbox's X's ass. So why would you play the Xbox One X version?
Because it has more stuff. I just said that.
What stuff?
And
it has more in-game stuff.
Does it?
So, yes. They have a marketing deal.
Why would the Xbox One X have more game stuff inside the game than the PC or the PS4 version?
Because they have the marketing deal, so they're going to have more stuff.
Like what stuff? What kind of stuff?
I'll have to look it up here. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but they got the
They
market.
can't give you too much because they don't want to alienate the player bases.
Well, it's just like Control. Control had a marketing deal with Sony. Sony has more stuff in their version of Control.
What does Sony have in control that Xbox
they got like
have?
two missions. They have different garments that the girl can wear.
But it doesn't affect the story, though, does it?
No, well, I mean, it's going to add. It adds more.
You're talking side missions, aren't you?
I believe so. Yeah.
I can live without that shit. As long as it don't ruin the main game. Because they never give you more. They never give you platform when it comes to the main story. You always get side missions and maybe a gun or some kind of little DLC rubbish that you wouldn't have bought anyway.
Well, that's true. Right now, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order runs 4K on Xbox.
Pay for that?
So it'll look clear and run smoothly on Xbox.
I mean, you play on what you want.
Lyle,
Play on what you want. All I'm saying
air.
is, if you're gonna have a powerful PC than the Xbox,
I will.
Why would you play your multiplats on the Xbox One X?
Can you get in touch with Lyle for me?
So I can do reviews on Xbox X. If I can do it on PC, but I have no idea what on Xbox.
I need some compressed air for my PC.
Each to their own, Craig. I'm not going to tell you how to. I'm not going to tell you how to game.
I need some fucking compressed
since I got this PC, there's no way I'm buying multiplats on console.
Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, I don't blame you. But since I'm a Star Wars fan and this is going to have more stuff, I'm going to go where it is. It's like the Star Wars Battlefront game. Battlefront 2 had way more stuff on the PlayStation than it had on the Xbox. Okay. It just did. It does.
No, it's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to tell people what to do with their money or time.
Oh, yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Just know that the Xbox One X is a piece of what.
Well, it's going to run it in 4K.
No. The Xbox One X is better than the Pro when you're talking about specs. But if you're going to put a PC next to the Xbox One X, why would you play on the Xbox One X?
I don't disagree with that. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. But no, I mean, this is the Fallen Order. This is a big Star Wars game on Unreal. And we got to support it because maybe Casey Hudson walks into
I'm only buying exclusives for my PlayStation in the future. Unless PS5 multiplats somehow run better than the PC I've got. I'm only buying where the best version is. That's what I'm buying. I'm not buying.
I'll blame you. Yeah.
I'm not buying it because it's the Sony because I can play it on my Sony console. I'm not buying it because I can play it on my PC. I'm buying the best version. If the PC is the worst version, which shouldn't be, but let's say it crashes and it's terrible. It's like unplayable because of I don't know. You know what PC's like. Then I'm gonna buy the next best version, which would be the PS5. But I'm only doing it in order of what plays best. I don't care about the hardware. I care about where it plays best.
Mm-hmm. Then you care about the hardware.
No, I don't. I don't care about the hardware. If Sony was stupid enough to release all their games on PC, I'd sell all my fucking Sony hardware.
There's a thing going around. Some people are talking about this called Greatness Pass.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell that is.
I saw it on Twitter. There's no damn greatness.
I don't know where the hell this is coming from, but they're saying that this is a great idea for Sony to put their games day and day on PC. Okay, I don't know where the hell this came from.
If they really called it that.
Ha! I found it.
You found it? Greatness Pass?
Orange lightsaber blade color, BD1 skin, Magneto campaign hilt, Umbrito campaign hilt.
Just go to Disney World. You can make bonus.
Your own. Yeah. I get different color lightsabers, and everybody on PlayStation is gonna be stuck with that suck blue. I can have.
You realize you can make your own right now, right? There's a website you can buy.
What?
You can make your own lightsaber.
What in the game?
Oh, he's playing the game.
Oh wait, just a damn minute.
I thought you talking about the props.
PlayStation got the same shit. Oh yeah, I know about the props. Yeah.
Told you.
Wait a minute. The PlayStation got the same thing. What the hell? But guess what? No. The PlayStation don't run at 4K. That's what this is all about.
But yes, it does. That shit don't matter because there's third-party games that actually run way weaker on the One X than they do on the Pro.
Well, I mean, it's not about that. I mean, look, it's just 4K.
Both the Pro and the Xbox One X are comfortable at 1440p.
Yes, they are.
They're not 4K machines. Even my PC is not a 4K machine. It's a 14. It's really a very good 1440p machine. But I can play in 4K if I want to.
And that is due to your GPU, because your GPU is actually made.
Y'all really think they're gonna do some stupid shit like that for Fallen Order? Buying different lightsaber colors?
I will. Well, they might. That's terrible if they do.
Sony are smart cats. You gotta give Sony credit. They're smart because they're gonna release some games on PC, but they're not gonna be the games you think they're gonna be.
Yeah, they did that for.
So that means I have to buy Sony hardware. Microsoft, on the other hand, they lost me. Well, they haven't really lost me because I'm still playing Xbox games, so they're getting my retention. They're retaining my engagement.
They lost.
But Sony and Nintendo, you have to have their hardware if you want to play their latest games. You have to. And like I said, if Sony were stupid enough to release their games on PC, why would I even bother with fucking buying a PlayStation? Why would I bother? You'd have to be an idiot to buy a PlayStation if you already have a great PC and you can play all their games. Why would you buy it?
I think they should.
Dylan, you have to insert the excuse. Well, not everybody can blank a PC, so you should blank the console because it's more convenient. There you go. Fill in the blank.
Bro, I play from bed with my Xbox One controller. I play my PC from bed. I ain't sitting up at no desk. It might as well be the way I play. It might as well be a console.
Hey, Big Cloud, go check your Twitter. I just sent something to your Twitter, and you can put that up on the screen. This is why you get the Star Wars game on the X. I found it. This will not be anywhere else, and it's gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings in the community. But this is why you get it on Xbox X. So let's go ahead and pull that up.
No, I ain't knocking Xbox One X. Listen,
I know you're not.
If you don't care about the best exclusives, right? And you want the best multi-plat versions, and you can't afford a PC, right? Then Xbox One X is where you should go and game. I would recommend it because it's good for multi-plats. But if you want those games that are AAA exclusives that you know
really, Craig?
The best studios in the world are making,
put that on the screen,
you have to buy a PlayStation. You just have to, you just have to. If that's what you like.
The best multiplats. The best multiplats.
I mean, come on,
no,
Craig.
No,
really?
The best as in run the best. Run the best. Most
Go
of the
show that to the world.
You have to admit, most multiplats. You have to admit there is obviously games like Borderlands 3 that they're exceptions to the rule, but most multiplats do run better on the X.
Yeah, let's put that on the screen. There you go. Now can you blow that up, make it bigger? Is that as big as it?
Because if it's frame rate,
HDR.
Yeah, the 4K.
Well, The Witcher 3 has a 60 frame per second mode on Xbox One X, whereas it's stuck at 30 on PS4 Pro.
Because they never allowed for it to do anything.
Well, it is 1080p at 6.
Why would they allow it for the Xbox or not? What kind
of? Can we look at this? Let's look at the screen here. Now it says here I can become a Jedi at 4K Ultra. I can't do that on the Pro.
You know what, Spartan. When he talks, right, he gets drowned out by other people. I can't hear him.
Oh, I'm talking. What'd you say,
Spartan?
I don't know if it's his mic or as soon as someone starts talking, he's gone.
Because Craig is very loud.
Oh, no, I was sitting up there. I want people to see that. They were asking about the Star Wars game. Big Cloud put it up on the screen.
CD Projekt Red always had a long, good relationship with Microsoft.
So that's why they did it.
How's it look now?
Plus, they had the marketing rights, didn't they, for The Witcher when it first released?
Here's the thing, Foxy, remember, he said clearly that the PS4 Pro would not get a patch for The Witcher 3, right? As soon as the Xbox One X was coming out, they gave that one, and then after gave the PS4 one.
Yeah, well, that's
and they both perform similarly to each other in terms of graphical fidelity.
Let me rephrase it then. Due to the power difference, 4.2 T flops and 60 flops on paper, Xbox One X is meant to have the best multiplats.
Yes.
Whether that is in real world, whether the experience is like that in real world performance, it's hard to say. It depends on the individual, but on paper, it's supposed to wipe the floor with the PS4 Pro in terms of performance.
Not really.
Not the quality of games. I'm just saying multiplat performance. If it doesn't, then that's down to the developer not utilizing power, because it's certainly there to do it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. On paper, the only thing the X is supposed to do is run games at a higher resolution. I'm gonna be honest with you.
But isn't the CPU better?
Clock of the CPU is not that much faster in real
It's the
time.
same. It's the same CPU.
But bro, no, Spartan, bro, come on, man. We're both West Indian. What about the Hovis method, man?
Oh my god.
If you really look at a real-time performance on a 0.2 clock, will not give you that.
I know. There's not much difference in the CPU.
What the GPU have on, it's not just the teraflops. The bandwidth that it has, it's
wider.
Then one thing I'm tired of seeing whenever we get into these like discussions, when it's about the performance, discussion. I just find it funny every time we get into a performance discussion. Let's say the X does have a edge, right? Dudes blow this shit up like it's like this crazy win.
It's not a huge enough leap, though.
It's not even a huge leap.
Two T-flops won't do it. Two extra T. If you're coming from 0, 2 T-flops is amazing.
I hate when I see that. It's like, can we
if you're
just,
already
like,
up there with
it?
T-flops and you add another 2, it doesn't really make much difference. Not really.
Yeah. It's like, I don't get it.
How much I want to bet if both of them were clocked at 256 gigabytes per second? How much of a difference you think you would have saw?
Not much.
Not much at all.
You won't see a difference.
You
Does it
won't.
just mean the teraflop clock is higher, but something else got to be higher?
And then people get upset when you bring this point up, but it's like, it comes down to the talent at the end of the day, man. That's what you need to be focused on, is that talent.
I'm not gonna lie.
Why people get upset about this.
In terms of value, even though they're both by the same manufacturer's hardware, like AMD, I kind of look at PS4 Pro and X like this, in the same way you'd look at AMD and Nvidia. Like, you're paying a bit more for a tiny bit of extra performance in the X, but really, there's not much difference between them.
As how our good friend the Messiah would say, a little bit more.
Yeah, a little more.
Yeah, I mean, my Xbox X I'm getting, it's going to be a hybrid. I was able to get a Ryzen 1600X in there, so I will have a Ryzen CPU.
Anel Muick, he said Doom Eternal on the X would be sick. I heard a lot of people bring a lot of faith into that.
Xbox One X's in this PC. Yeah. Because it's a 12 T-flop.
I've seen a lot of people put faith into that.
That's 2 Xbox One X's, right?
Correct.
Yeah, would you have a fully capable GPU is unlocked. So you got more power than just 2 Xboxes. That's just the teraflop count. Your PC,
yeah, plus the CPU is double the Xboxes, like in terms of speed, 4.1 or 2.
My man says Stadia gonna kill both consoles.
And look, they're only doing 4K 60. So
Stadia's sleeping right now.
Yeah, but hold on. Stadia's only 10 flops though.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
10.7.
Stadia gonna kill both consoles.
That's Stadia's not even out yet, and it's still less than these PCs that are on the market now that you can get for a reasonable amount of money. Like, my PC's not even high end. My PC is like high mid-range end, but it's not. I wouldn't call it like the creme de la creme. Like, there's way better PCs out there.
It's high end. It's high end for AMD.
It's high end AMD, but in terms of I'd say it's high mid end, but not high end.
Fair enough. I mean, it's better than something called a 1080 Ti. Apparently, that 5700 is running circles around it.
Because just because this PC is giving me all the performance and graphics I want, I'm not going to overhype it and say, it's this, it's that, and it's that. No, everything has its limitations.
Stadia legit lost me.
Everything up on your PC to find out how weak it is.
Let me hear the almighty Spartan Gods.
Okay.
Go ahead, bro.
AMD has no card that beats the 1080 Ti yet.
My God.
They have no card on the market yet that can beat GTX.
I think the XT is more capable than the Ti.
No, because the GTS the 57 XT, it's beating the Vega 4.
All right, let me ask you this then.
Under the 1080.
Let me ask you this, Spartan. Is the RTX 2070 Super better than a 1080 Ti?
Hell to the no. No.
Okay. All right. I'll agree with you then. You know what? Then we'd have to have a different conversation. But because you said no, I'll end my part there.
The 2700 line is like the GTX 1070. between the 1070 Ti. It's just the middle of them. They're just called Super.
So that old 1080 Ti card is still the king.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And
Which
keep in mind, AMD latest cards, their best is NVIDIA's past. And they had to move to 7 nanometer to get there.
But that's the price, though, isn't it? It's the price that makes it that way.
That's the only difference. NVIDIA
if you'd have bought a 1080 Ti when it first launched, you would be paying like 700, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that just
that's
cost that much.
Yeah, like that's one of the main things that people really get on a little bit of a fritz with NVIDIA due to the pricing. And there's been a couple of videos on YouTube that I've watched in regards to pricing and pricing for processing power and chipsets.
Performance, price,
yeah.
Yeah, but AMD's wiping the floor with NVIDIA when it comes to price to performance per pound.
I think AMD's more for people who want PC gaming at a reasonable price.
Entry cost.
Yeah.
And NVIDIA at first was the same as what AMD was in its early years. It was a consumer, it was a little bit consumer friendly with the pricing.
Glad you said a little.
Didn't they buy ATI? Didn't AMD buy ATI? ATI used to make graphics cards, didn't they? Didn't they build like the GameCube graphics card?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's AMD now, isn't it? They bought them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gangster.
Yep. 2007.
Oh, that's a long time ago. Shit.
Yep.
Y'all gotta pay attention. AMD been
that money's done now. That's so long ago. That money's already done.
Oh yeah, that's been recuperated since 2012, bro. Trust me.
And that's when they first made like the value started.
It's weird. I thought it was terrible in the console space, PlayStation versus Xbox. But when you get into the PC space, it becomes AMD versus Nvidia. It's like the same bullshit, man.
Yeah, y'all.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, y'all always see that.
Yeah.
It's the same bullshit. It doesn't matter where you go. It's the same bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, they're
people that just love, they have an affinity towards a brand.
It's not like a crazy battle. It's not like the console war. It's just like it's not. I wouldn't say it's that big, but they are competing.
No. Trust me. You know what? The weird thing about humans is, right, when you're not interested in something, you don't have no focus for it. But when you become interested in something, suddenly you're focused on it, and you start to learn more about the culture and the community. And because I didn't care about PC gaming like 2 weeks ago, I didn't notice any of the bullshit. But now I'm seeing it's not much different from being on console in terms of the banter. Like people will argue. I've seen people arguing to the point of like they want to kill each other over whether fucking having motion blur on or off is better.
I mean, now they're arguing, bro. Right now they're arguing for the mirror reflection that you guys saw in the RTX mode. RTX is what they're really like just battling for. Who's got the better mode for it, Especially with Battlefield.
Who got it, bro?
And
NVIDIA is better than Foxy. I'm gonna answer your question. It's much different on the PC base than consoles because consoles is a preference. The only thing people have with NVIDIA is that they shit is too expensive, but everybody knows NVIDIA stuff is better than AMD.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. I believe it. No, bro, I am not repping AMD. Believe me, NVIDIA is much better than AMD. There's no question. But if you want to get into PC gaming for a reasonable price point, AMD
is definitely creeping up. I would definitely agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah, they're creeping up.
I think if you just want a PC, if you're serious about PC gaming,
then you get AMD.
NVIDIA, bro.
Say get AMD. No, you get NVIDIA, sir. You get NVIDIA, sir, bro.
You know what?
You get NVIDIA, sir.
The thing is,
I think if you can game at 60 or more with reasonable resolution and graphics, then you shouldn't be complaining at all about anything.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah,
the thing is, right? People don't understand. And AMD started out as a more of a corporate type of a company. It was more based into medical field study, more into finance and stuff like that. NVIDIA, since its inception, has always been about gaming.
Is it anything like that? No, Odie said he got it. Foxy has 100% right. AMD versus NVIDIA, or AMD versus Intel is the same as PS versus Xbox.
No.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. I know we got to move on. If you go to the store if you go to the store and you want a new GPU, you can play at 60 frames a second and maybe 1440p or 1080p. You're going to walk out there. You're going to walk out with an AMD graphics card because you can't buy one for NVIDIA that does that. You just can't. Not right now. Now, maybe on a sale, you can do it. But if I see somebody physically walking into the store saying, I'm going to get an NVIDIA card over AMD, I'm going to pull your pants down in front of everybody and say, yeah, go buy your shit now.
Whoa.
Because I have stock in AMD. You need to go buy
but here's the thing. No, but wait. If you can afford, I say this. No, I look at it like this. You got to look at your finances. If you
That's true too.
Exactly.
Money's no question, then you'd be an idiot to buy anything AMD.
Well, money is always a question, but it's about the performance.
If money's no question, right? If money's no question, you wouldn't buy AMD. You just I'm not saying it because I'm on either side of anything, but I'm just saying if money's not the question, then I wouldn't have bought AMD. But money is a question, so I bought AMD.
Well, it's a question for 90%, so don't feel bad. But yeah, I know we got to move on.
What's the funny part, though?
Bro, I'm proud I'm not rich. I'm proud because
that's fine. Yeah, I got you.
Do you know why? I'd rather be broke together than rich alone. How about?
Like I said, I'm PO. I'm PO. Can't afford the O and the R. So but again, like I said,
you know what's the sad part though? Like for me, for example, I bought my RX 580 when the freaking crypto mining craze was at its topless.
That's when I built this rig. It was during the crypto mining.
I bought that RX 580 on cheap. Okay, don't get it twisted. I went on the Facebook market and I went scoundering for a cheap GPU.
It took you like a month to find it. That was the sad part. It took you like a month to scout it.
A month.
Yeah, he had to find a deal after this crypto mining craze because my rig right here, what I got right now, I spent about over $3,000 into my build completely.
Damn!
And I built, and keep in mind, and you could ask, y'all saw it on Twitter. Those who follow me on Twitter, y'all saw my pictures. I bought piece by piece.
When did you buy it? You bought it in bits. Okay,
I bought a piece by piece. I bought the case, all that stuff.
$900 for everything, bro. $900 for everything.
Now I had a previous build. I had a previous build where I had two 7850 Radeons. All right, that build, I chucked that shit to the side because it was getting old already. But unfortunately, I got lucky enough that my brother-in-law, he works at a company. They were throwing away old network computers, and he happened to have a i7 4770, Dell 9020, and ever since then I've been rocking a Dell 9020 as my gaming platform until recently, where I acquired a motherboard, a 1080 Ti GTX, and some RAM from a friend of mine who gave it to me all for free because he's already buying the 2080 Ti RTX, and he already has that built. So I got all my parts for free.
Well, again, if somebody gives me something from NVIDIA, that's fine.
Not only, actually, you want to add to that statement, Spartan. Technically, you wouldn't have a console at all because their PCs this gen.
True, but you know what Sony should do? You know, a lot of people buy multiple consoles, right? Like they upgrade from the original PS4 to the Pro and all that, but they keep their original PS4. They don't throw it away. Why don't Sony do this? Why can't they allow a cable to link up two PlayStations so you can extract juice from one of them to add to the other? Like, so you put the disc in the one you want to play on. It kind of, you know what I mean? You know, like you can. They did it with the PS3. They did it with the PS3. They stacked them. Like, was it the army? The military stacked PS3s on top of, like, hundreds of them to make a supercomputer. Why don't Sony allow you to hook up a cable?
Because
to
they
your
want
old
you to pay
place?
as much.
No, but you're still buying it. They're not losing anything, though. You're still going to buy your Pro, but you're adding the two powers together to give it a bit more juice.
Because they want you to buy as much. Because AMD, the more consoles you buy, the more money and more software.
No, but you've already bought it. They got your money. I'm saying you bought the PS4. And you bought the PS4 Pro, so you got two. One of them just sitting there doing nothing. So they've already made their money from you. You still bought two of their consoles. They could have a cable to hook them both up.
I did show my PC, did I not? I thought
you showed it off
on the channel. Didn't I show the PC?
Yeah, and again, let me make this clear. If somebody has something from NVIDIA they want to give me, fine. But I can't physically go into the store and buy their stuff. I'll throw up. for how much you're going to have to pay to get 8 frames here, 10 frames there, and these dumb mofos are paying $7.99, $8.99. Are you
Craig,
out of
Craig,
your
Craig,
mind?
I'm not gonna lie, Craig. If I didn't have a kid, I would have
Oh
spent
yeah, I
lots of
know.
money.
Yeah, you said that.
I
I
would,
got
I
you,
would,
bro.
I would have bought Nvidia if I didn't have a kid. But I can't
Yeah, I
look at
got
my
you.
kid and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna be selfish." Like I
Speaking of,
must have the greatest everything.
I was the main one, Foxy.
Damn it, Foxy, that kid can go hungry. You need to game on that 2080 Ti with ray tracing.
Well, definitely, I will be upgrading eventually again. I'm happy with my processor, but I don't know. I might try the i900.
I spent 900. I felt
Nah,
like
bro, don't. I'm telling you.
at
No.
first I
Even
felt
upgrade to
like,
the
did I get ripped
i900.
off?
Don't
You know,
upgrade to
at
the 99.
first, do you know what? At
Nah.
first I
No,
thought,
okay.
did I get ripped off paying £900 for this PC? But when I look at all the parts in it, and I look at all the comparisons, and I feel like I got a fucking amazing deal. Some
No,
people
you
are
did. You
spending,
actually did.
some
Foxy.
people are spending 2 grand for similar performance.
Well, I agree, Fox. It's at the end of the day, my opinion, it's about the performance. Now, I just looked at a video where they compared the 5700 to XT to the 1080 Ti, and it was like 30 games, and the 1080 Ti has been defeated. It's been dethroned, and I was
Show that
looking at
right
the same
now.
game.
Show that right
So.
now.
But again, this is a $400 card, and I don't know how much a
The
1080 Ti is,
5700 is on par with the RTX 2070.
which is a
yeah.
Not
That's
the
a fact.
super, not the super, just the RTX 2070.
Yeah, just the regular.
They're both
2070.
on par with each other, and the price
Yeah.
difference is huge. It's $100
Yeah.
price difference.
Keep this in
Yeah.
mind. AMD had to go to 7nm to catch up with Nvidia, who's still on 12.
Well, that's fine.
You know what I gotta ask? You know, what's the point of the PS5? We're PC Master Race. This chat went on for a minute.
Right? Like,
Yeah. Well, the PS5 is coming.
We don't need no PS5. We got the Master Race. We might as well call it the Master Race
Eddie
podcast.
Brock talk about PC nerds.
I can't wait for PC. I can't.
We are
wait for
nerds.
PlayStation
We're all
5.
nerds.
You know what?
PC.
If anything, the PC I've got makes me want PS5 even more. Because now I've get on a glimpse of higher settings. I just want more.
Like, if anybody
On
here in
RGB
this
though
chat-
for sure.
Yo, if anybody here in this chat is hyped
You
for next gen
think
consoles,
the
I
last
want
one
to hear y'all
should
some
be
shit about
like
PC.
game of the year?
People are saying I should show my build. I'll be honest with you. I'm not into it like that.
You did show it, didn't you, Foxy? At least
Yeah,
on
he showed his
Twitter,
red.
picture of it.
I tweeted a picture of it, but I was
Yeah.
Yo,
like,
Thrash,
Yeah, you ain't showed like it up close, but
Ryan,
I'm not really into all that stuff. I don't. You know what? There's no point showing my build. I just wanna play games on.
Yeah. I understand.
Do I think it would be game of the year? Last of Us Part 2 automatic?
No.
Tell you the truth,
No,
it's gonna be
Cyberpunk
for on a lot of people's list when it comes out. But as far as it like winning,
Cyberpunk on the way.
hard to say. Hard to say, to be honest.
Let's
with you.
get back to
Ryan.
PlayStation and
What's
Xbox
up?
and consoles because
Yes,
people aren't happy
PlayStation.
that we're having this PC conversation. For
Yeah,
this.
okay.
I'd say they are. Yeah.
Ryan,
Hold on, what you saying, Spurn?
you see Thrash is famous now for beating up digital.
Huh? You cut out.
Neo Gaff, you see he famous now for beating up Digital Foundry.
Oh,
Yeah.
they put out on NeoGaf.
Yeah, now they talking
Yeah.
about him. Man.
What they say on NeoGaf?
Basically, they just put out the picture of him talking about his analysis win.
Oh
He
shit.
basically destroyed Digital Foundry because now they on Twitter, they making videos throwing such shots at him.
He might want to unlist that video, like unlist it, so nobody can like. No. You know what usually when stupid shit like that does when they post like that, they're getting ready to set up shit like for flagging. So I would unlist
But
it.
if they
So
Look, it's good for him.
Video.
It's good for this King Thrash person because he's got the attention of Digital Foundry, a big outlet. So that's more publicity for King whoever.
Yeah.
yeah, you better be careful with that type of shit though. I mean, that's good. That's good. His shit's out there, but I'm telling
If
you,
you can
man,
get them to
you
pay
wanted
attention to you, you're doing something right because they normally ignore you.
That put an eye on the Digital
Did you
Foundry.
see my message in the chat?
Because he pointed out all their flaws
I'll
twice
message
now.
you tomorrow.
With Gears and now with Borderlands. So now people looking at them shaky because he's pointing out all your flaws and y'all don't want the analysis. He's pointed out shit that y'all missed or just didn't talk about. Wow.
Well, yeah, my whole thing is that if you're going to analyze stuff, we talked about this earlier. I know we're going to move on. Is just analyze it. I mean, I understand it. They're doing what they're doing. They have a right to do it. I have a right not to listen to them, and I don't really listen to them. I don't care what Zaddy says. So
that's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. It has reached that level. What's the next topic here, Big Cloud? Before I have to go to the ATM.
All right. So we talked about Death Stranding, we talked about The Last of Us. Did we go over the Game Awards? December 12th.
No.
Who y'all think is gonna win? Who y'all think? What y'all think?
Resident Evil Part 2 is my favorite, but for Game of the Year, but I think Sekiro Shadows Die 3 times or whatever it's called.
I got Resident Evil 2 remake. I got let's see.
Oh, speaking of Resident Evil 2 remake, we gotta talk about that Project Resistance thing too.
No,
but
please don't.
Yo, we gotta talk about that because I saw a lot of people hyping this up, and I'm like, guys,
that's gonna be rubbish.
That is
so
trash.
rubbish.
No, because
like gonna be like that Metal Gear Survive rubbish. You know that Metal Gear Survive crap. It's gonna be just like.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you know what's sad about that shit too? That game. Fucking if you want to get the beta, right? Because like you want to participate in the public or not public, but the private beta, you have to give them access to your Twitter account. Why so? Why should I give them access to my Twitter account?
Because they want to keep tabs on you, man.
No, it's not just that. They want to fucking spread some shit through your Twitter to get people to play that game and buy it. That's terrible. I'm not. No.
What?
Yeah, go to it. It's called Resident Evil. No, wait. What's the name of the? It's a club. It's a club. They want you to join. Capcom something club.
But you
as long as they don't remake that
Nemesis.
Yeah, some kind of club they want you to join to get in the
Don't
beta.
join that shit.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
As long as they don't remake Nemesis, but I think Resident Evil 2.
Oh, they're gonna remake Nemesis. That's the one that we all want.
Well, I'd rather have 4, but I've got Resident Evil 2 is the best game I've played, and then but the Sekiro game I believe will win Game of the Year. With that said, it's all subjective, so doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. You say you can't get in trouble because you're not monetized. Here's the thing: it doesn't have to be monetized at all. They can look at it as hateful to their brand. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you're going to keep it on your channel, you might want to be strategic in how you look at it. I'm just saying, pay very close attention to that.
I got to get him on my podcast because he's destroying Digital Foundry like Thanos went through the Avengers at the end of Infinity War. He was just going through them.
No, that shit crazy. But Project, I'm not buying that at all.
That looks like a money grab. It
does. It's a waste of time, complete waste of everybody's time. That game, especially after coming out off of Resident Evil 2 remake, which is by far their best port that they come out with in a long time.
Yeah, that took me back to
old school day. Like just that old school feel. I loved it. I missed that.
Yeah, even when you had to store your stuff, they made it when that grainy that chest case it was in. That's like the same one from the old one. I'm like, they thought of everything.
The sound design for Mr. X.
You know what's the funny part about it though? This Resident Evil game that they presented, it's kind of going back to the you remember the Resident Evil Outbreak files that they had? You guys never played?
Oh, you talking about that co-op joint? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
But the thing is, with this game, it sucks. It doesn't really look.
Okay.
It doesn't play mechanically better than the Outbreak games, because at least with the Outbreak games, you had choices in between. Going to different areas. With this game, it's more focused on online, and it really takes away from that. That I gotta shoot the shit out of the zombies before I get out from this area kind of feeling.
Do you know what? Maybe I'm just too full of nostalgia, but here's the thing. I would have much preferred Capcom just remade the original Resident Evil 2. With the same camera, everything the same. Just do it modern, like they did with the first Resident Evil and Zero. And don't bother with the Resident Evil 2 remake 3D one. I prefer the the original one that came out on the PS1. You know, the still images and all that. Yeah, the graphics look like crap now, but they could have updated it to make it look like Resident Evil 0 or Resident Evil. Maybe that's just my nostalgia talking, but there's something about Resident Evil 2 Remake that I just prefer the original on the PlayStation 1. I just do. There's something about it. Like, I even prefer the Resident Evil, the remaster. I'd rather play that than play Resident Evil 2 Remake. Because how I remember Resident Evil back in the 90s when I played it on the PS1, I want a fresh version of that. Like, they didn't have to. Maybe I'm being selfish because a lot of people like Resident Evil 2 Remake, but I would have been happy if they just remade Resident Evil 2 with
like piece by piece, brick by brick type of thing, like a legit.
Yeah, it's kind of a different game now. When you look at it,
it's like Resident Evil 4.
It's a bit of a different game now, though. It's not the same. It doesn't have that charm.
It's got elements of
Resident Evil 2 had.
Yeah, it's got elements of Resident Evil 4.
But I'm being selfish and nostalgic, because I think that's my favorite Resident Evil is Resident Evil 2 on PS1. That's my favorite. I enjoyed that more than all the Resident Evils that ever came out.
Which one?
Resident Evil 2. Even better than Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, because it was better.
It was brilliant. On the bus, when you go on the bus and it's on fire and you had those fucked up polygon graphics on PS1. Back then, the graphics didn't bother you because we're in the future now. Back then, graphics were cool. But if they could have only done it like a remaster today, I would have preferred that.
Music scared the living hell out of you.
Because it reminds me of Resident Evil 6, the whole 3D-ness. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I just like the static.
Wow, I'm surprised you ain't say Resident Evil 4. It legit looks like Resident Evil 4, the new one.
Yeah, it does.
I like Resident Evil 4, but it doesn't have a place in my heart like it does for some people. The Resident Evil 2 on PS1 is the de facto Resident Evil game for me. I never played the experience was amazing. 2 discs. When you got to the labs part on the second disc, wow. You got to meet the woman and the man that created all these the viruses and all that stuff. It was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I enjoyed it, but to me that's the game of the year. To me, now the year's not over, so definitely have to wait and see. And it could be a Nintendo game could win it. I mean, it's going to be a lot of games nominated.
That's what they should do on the Switch, because it will never handle Resident Evil 2 Remake, but they can remake Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They could do the remaster.
Yeah, maybe they make Dino Crisis or something like that.
If they do that, then Nintendo will have the best version of Resident Evil, in my opinion.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else? Oh, yeah, there was one last story. Reportedly, there is another PlayStation event planned for the end of September, aside from what we're going to get, obviously on the 24th with The Last of Us. Do y'all think maybe it's going to be a state of play?
Mostly VR.
Sure,
yeah, we haven't got one.
Yeah, it might be
this
state
would
of
be
play.
a perfect timing for it.
Okay. So
hold on. Tokyo Game Show. The only standout thing then was Death Stranding. No, like what happened to that whole event? All we've spoken about is Death Stranding.
Well, they showed Final Fantasy. I'm pretty sure that was shown. Final Fantasy
Code Vein. They showed a lot of Code Vein.
But no one's talking about Tokyo.
Oh, we are.
In the way that used to. In the way that we used to. Like it's muted this year. It's kind of muted. Gamescom.
A lot of games though. A lot of big heavy hitters.
Yeah, they had a lot of games.
Yeah, but where's the excitement?
I'll be wrapping it up
just
tonight,
a lot of people are their eyes are looking at other games.
Yeah, and I'll be wrapping Tokyo Gaming Show up tonight.
I feel like because we're at the end of the console generation, like it's all downhill.
Always,
it's all downhill from here.
Always.
In terms of events, it's downhill for this gen.
Yeah, the last games that got people hyped are The Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, obviously. You got Death Stranding, which is still making headlines, and of course you got Cyberpunk and a few others games. So you got some stuff.
Yeah,
Final Fantasy 7 coming to PC.
We'll know soon.
Man,
we'll know soon enough.
On the PC, man.
Well, eventually, I think that game will. I thought it was always supposed to, but Have to wait and see.
According to Andrew Wilkins, you're bad luck, Craig. He said, did you mention how Craig jinxed Control to have poor sales by hyping it? LL, Control looking like lawbreakers right now.
Well, tell him that. All right, well, Andrew, Control came out August 27th, so it has 4 days of sales for August, counting. So can you at least, before you go ahead and act like a retard, give it to the 27th of September? Give it 1 month, calendar month?
It's not, even if you give it a year, that's going to do badly.
Yeah, but even if it does, it's a successful game for Remedy. People enjoyed it. They got it.
You know what this proves? It proves that this kind of proves a point in a way. Because people say Remedy didn't do well because they were stuck on Xbox. Like, they didn't really release games on other platforms. But now they have. They're still not doing any better.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to give them a month. I mean, they're literally, the game came out August 27th.
No, trust me, if they were doing well, you'd have heard it. It don't take 4 days. You heard about Spider-Man on PS4 after 2 days of sales.
Well, that's true. You did, yeah. But
they said it sold 1 million a day or something in the first few days. You heard about that?
No, well, I mean, but my whole thing is, according to Push Square, game sales sunk to an all-time low in August. Period. So that's just
not for Nintendo.
Well, not for Nintendo and Matt, but those they did well. But Madden
Astral Chain is selling like hotcakes.
Yeah, so is Mario Kart 8, and so Nintendo's doing perfectly fine. But we'll have to wait and see.
Well, you guys got to understand, right, that this is the actual first game that they actually went on a multi-platform basis. Mm-hmm. And secondly, Quantum Break's physics engine was still utilized for this game as well. So all the quirks and all the bugs were still present. And due to that fact, I think that with that, it actually underperformed to what they wanted to. And I think that's one of the main reasons why we're not hearing so much about the game in terms of sales or...
But didn't it come out at the same time as another big game? Sure Control launched with another big game. It's gone. It's like it came out when another big game came.
Man of Medan was super massive. It was a multi-plat release.
Not Man of Medan. Another game in the same week as Control. Like within days, they both were released, and I think people would have gone for the other game over Control.
Well, I thought it was Man of Medan. Didn't they both release the same week?
Yeah, but they're very similar, aren't they? When you think about it.
Yeah.
Very cinematic games. Very similar in that sense, like the art style.
Yeah, and I've heard good things. The people that have played,
we still gotta play that. Actually.
Yeah. Man of Medan came out August 30th, so it was 72 hours later, give or take, and it's on sale already too. It's only I don't know how much it cost when it came out. So
Remedy should have just gone back to Max Payne. They don't own it no more though. They sold it.
Yeah, who they sell it to?
Sold it to Rockstar. Rockstar bought it.
Oh, Rockstar owns Max Payne. Okay.
I don't know if she's still in the chat. Is Dawn still in the chat?
Nah, she left, bro.
Hey, shout out to Dawn. She's going through some stuff. Hopefully she lands back on her feet and everything is fine. She's not doing too well, as you already know what happened last year. We lost Ice Ninja.
Ice Ninja.
May his soul rest in peace, man. He was a good guy. He was an avid listener. He was always in the chat.
Well, who? Someone died?
Yeah, last year it was
Ice Queen's husband.
Yeah. You said what?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so...
Come on, man. See, that shit fucked with me just now. Because I didn't want to hear about that.
Yeah, sorry. But, shout out to Ice Queen Gaming and shout out to everybody else who's in here. Like I said, man, I do this podcast for y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's all I care about. I do it for y'all. I don't do this for nothing else. And when y'all come through here, I don't care if it's a day. I don't care if it was for, a few minutes. You're family to me. You all share a few minutes and y'all come talk gaming with us. And out here...
my lord, Kumbaya.
Shut up, Toxic.
Come on, Toxic.
when we talk gaming, we talk gaming. You know, we're all together. But when we leave, when we go off the air and we go in the real world, you know, we all
pass me a
gotta.
bucket. I'm gonna throw up. Sweet.
I'm about to
Man,
mute
just
you.
show your support to
sentimental
Ice.
trash.
Yeah.
Where's
But,
the sentimental nonsense? Where's my PC?
Anyway,
Man, just show some support to the Ice Queen game, man.
Show support the Ice Cream Gamer. She's in everybody's chat. She's a good person. She always is.
Oh, sorry.
there.
I thought you were talking. You know what? Yeah, that person. Yeah, I thought you was talking about something else. I didn't know you was giving respect to this person.
Yeah, but shout out to her.
Yeah.
I think that will cover it. All my topics. I didn't really have much to wrote down. I'm still recovering, but
Yep.
I don't think I have anything else. Unless you guys want to add anything else to this.
I want to add something.
Go right ahead.
Uh-oh.
What you
I
got?
want to add to my complaints to the coalition
Oh shit.
for fucking up my gameplay while I was enjoying it on my PC at 1440p at 85 frames per second, and I got to try to start my game, but it never fucking started. So, coalition, do me a favor. Do me a big favor. When you release a game, make sure you do a freaking stress test, so this way we can all know what you guys are gonna fix. This day-by-day update bullshit that you're pulling on PC.
It's something
It
with
is
the
uncalled
engine.
for.
It's prioritizing literally that 60 buffer. Because if you
It is a
if you push the
letdown,
buffer higher than 60, the game will crash. Ridiculous.
I'm about to
That's-
fight. I'm about to fight the freaking matriarch, bro. I am
Oh,
about to fight the
no.
matriarch, and I can't get to enjoy the bloody goreness of
What
me
is this
whooping
game?
the matriarch.
Oh,
What is this
no.
game? What's this
Gears
game you're
5.
using?
Gears
Gears
5.
Like Gears 5. Yeah, it's broke.
Why is it crashing?
It's dog shit.
It's the
It's
most
like
balanced
it's certain
shit.
You know
settings
what?
they
Out of
have
all the PC
wrong.
games I've played, Gears 5 is the most stable.
Oh, it's stable, but they force certain things on you, like the 60 frame buffer
Yeah, but
on
I'm
you. You
having
can't
no
get
trouble
that.
with
Yeah.
Gears 5. I've had,
They
you
forced
know
that
what?
on you.
Even out of the box, Gears 5 was the first game I never had any problems. I didn't have to worry about drivers, nothing. It's never crashed for me.
Yeah.
Worked perfectly. That's weird.
He's running
hearing
it. Keep in mind, though, he's pushing the system like game to the max. He's pushing everything to the max.
I'm over 60 frames per second. I prioritize a 90 frame.
Yeah, you're gonna run into some issues.
Dude,
You're
I
gonna
pushed
run
it
into
to
issues.
4K. I pushed
And-
it to 4K Ultra, everything. Never dropped under 60. And it
Okay.
still hasn't crashed.
I want you to do this. This is what I want you to do, Fashion. When you play the game, where it says minimum frame rate, where it says 60, pop that to 90 and play the game.
Why would I? Why would I want to do that?
And that's
That's the problem. Pop the game to 90, so that way the game will prioritize at least 90 or above frames per second, knowing that your PC can handle this.
But then if your PC crashes, you that's why it's crashing.
Nah, it
No.
shouldn't crash because I'm overclocking my monitor.
Yeah.
I have
If you're playing at
overclock
4K and trying to get 90 consistently, it's gonna crash.
Well, he's not playing. He's not playing at 4K. He's playing at 14.
Well, I am.
14.
You telling me to turn mine up to 90?
Well, if you want to, okay.
4K,
Well,
60.
obviously not at 4K because it's not that big, strong. But I'm saying pop that buffer to 90, and then
I will. If in 1080p, it won't crash.
It did that for me. At
Nah, I'm getting easily over 120 frames per second at 1080p on Gears 5. It won't crash at 90 if I'm getting 120.
All right, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
No, I've already done it. I've played Gears 5.
How long
at
have you
1080p,
played? How long did you play with the
40,
buffer?
A couple hours each time.
How long did you play with
1080p.
the buffer? How long did you play the game with the buffer? Because it doesn't
Couple
happen
hours,
immediately.
couple hours.
Yeah. Give it
Couple hours,
2
couple
hours straight, no breaks. Play this shit. The game will
Yeah,
crash.
I've done that. I played at 1080p.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Ultra
Oh,
everything. Ultra everything.
Yeah. I've never turned the graphics settings down on Gears. I never had to. Right, I played at 120 frames or more.
Mhm.
Yeah, it goes up to 130 sometimes, but
Well,
let's say
obviously,
average is 120, right?
Mhm.
1080p Ultra, 1440p. I get around 85. Around 85 at 1440p Ultra everything. 4K, it just 60. I can't get more than 60 and it won't drop lower than 60. It won't go above 65 and it won't go to lower than 60.
Yeah. Bump it
At
down to
4K
1080p though, and go bump that minimum buffer, which is 60 frames, to 90, and let everything else go, as high as it go. obviously running high,
Oh,
and you'll see
fuck.
exactly what I'm talking about. What everybody's talking about.
Yeah, but maybe you're asking your PC to do too much.
No, my PC can handle it. It handle
You
worse.
want 90 frames per second, ultra everything.
90 minimum. Everything else higher. Yes.
Ultra everything.
I run the game higher. It runs at 200 plus frames.
Yeah, but that's at 1080p though. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I run it at 1080p and do that and see if you don't run into the issue. That's what I'm telling you to do. Don't run at 1440p or 4K.
You know what? If you want to crash a PC, it's easy. It's easy to crash a PC. You just try and make it do shit it's not designed to fucking do with the power level. That's easy to crash it.
What are you talking about? It's designed to do this. It's over. What do you think overclocking is? To push the fidelity, push the heart.
But I'm not. Yeah, but I'm talking about me personally. I'm not overclocked.
Oh, okay.
Personally, I'm not overclocked. So if I wanted to crash my PC, it would be the easiest thing to. Easy. I just set it at 4K. Do the thing you said to make sure it never tries to drop below 90. Turn everything up, and you're gonna crash your PC, obviously.
It depends. Again, like I said, I'm
not talking like I'm an expert. I just joined the fray, so I don't want to talk like I know everything. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
It's all about performance here. When you overclock it, it's all about performance.
I mean, common sense just tells me if you're
running a base, then yeah. Obviously.
If you drive a car at full speed, fucking highway for long enough, the engine's gonna burn out. You know what I'm saying? Like everything has its limits. It don't matter what you got.
Yeah.
All right.
We
lose Craig?
That's all?
Did Craig dip out? Oh, we lost Craig, didn't we? Yeah, he dipped out. Anybody else got anything else you want to add to these topics? Spartan, do you?
Spartan's still here.
Spartan dead.
I think.
Carlos, you there?
Huh?
Oh God, everybody done dipped out. All right. I guess that will be.
Are people gone?
No, they're here. They're in the chat. They're muted for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess that's the end of the show. This is episode 77 RGT, episode 115. Gamer Couch. Thank you guys for coming through. Do me a huge favor, hit that like button if you enjoyed the show.
It went quickly. It went so quickly, man.
Yeah, exactly.
This one don't even feel like 2 hours. It went so quickly.
It was an hour and 45. Sometimes you have fun. But definitely it was good. Oh, you're back. Okay, so it's 1 minute. God damn, your dog is always loud. But yeah, if y'all enjoyed it, definitely hit that like button if y'all enjoyed, and definitely we'll see you guys next time. All right. Let me let everybody do their outros, and I'll shut it down. Spartan, you back yet? Nah, he ain't back yet. Lobo, go ahead, bro.
Alrighty. What up, guys? Savage Lobo here. RGT. I forgot the name. I'm having bad memory problems. But RGT episode 76. Gamer Couch 114.
115.
It's so fucking bad. I'm bad, guys. But anyways, thank you all guys for watching this lovely stream today. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it will be getTHISwork03. You can go ahead and follow me there. YouTube, the Savage Lobo. Go ahead, Carlos.
Carlos? Okay, nope. I guess the panel just died. I don't know what happened.
No, the panel didn't die.
Go ahead and do your outro, Carlos.
Hey, man, I don't know what's always a pleasure with you guys, a pleasure with the panel, a pleasure with everyone in the chats. And just join us next week for another episode, another day, another dollar.
Another burial for Digital Foundry soon to come.
Oh, God. Go ahead, Spartan. Do your outro, fool. Spartan. I like how he chimed in and just ran away from the mic. Y'all see that? Oh, God.
Yeah,
Foxy, go ahead, man. You have the floor. I'm glad you shut it down.
Oh. Well, it does feel really quick, man. I don't even feel like we've done it for long, but anyway.
Yeah, now 45.
All good things must come to an end.
Yep.
So that's that.
Wait,
Peace and love, play games, not corporations.
Wait,
Nah, all
Yep.
right.
every good thing has to come to an end. So why PlayStation still?
He's back, y'all. He's back.
I like how he just chimes in and out and then he disappears. But all right. Shout out to Spartan for coming through. Shout out to Craig Harris. He had to leave early, so he dipped out. But thank you again for everybody who came through. We'll see you guys Friday. RGT is back on its normal time, so we'll be back here 5 p.m. Eastern time. As well as Saturday, I will see you again for my interview with Damian Prostelendis. So definitely get ready for that. It's going to be a good week. So thank you for everybody who came through again, and I will see you guys on the next one. Shout out to everybody in the chat, the panel. Y'all be good. All right?
All right. Later, guys.